Sometimes when I'm in the forest and I'm in my bushcrafting gear and I'm, building a fire, chopping wood, or something like that, I start sort of daydreaming about what it would be like if I wandered around the forest in, one of my flowy dresses and just took in my surroundings from that part of myself and how different my experience would be. And, I kind of like the idea of this juxtaposition of different parts of my personality, one where I'm out here in a more gritty kind of bushcrafty, getting dirty kind of way, and then the other part of me that's, softer and more flowy and delicate. And yeah, I like the idea of capturing something like that. And as we descend into autumn, I feel the shift in the energy of the season and the call to slow down. And I find that for me, I'm not in a place to slow down right now. I feel more like the squirrels that are busy and preparing for the colder, slower seasons. So that's what I'm doing. And also getting burned by embers and melting my dress. But, it happens sometimes. Now, of course, if one were to actually wander around the forest in a little summer dress, they would probably be very cold and uncomfortable. But I do feel better, actually. I feel a lot better. Maybe I should do that more often, actually. Well, that little downpour made it pretty challenging to get this fire going, I'm not going to lie. So I'm just shaking off a little bit of frustration and watching this very interesting weather rolling around. Seems to be sunny one minute, raining the next minute. Some dark, ominous clouds over there. The trees are swaying in the wind. I'm going to take this poncho off, but I think as soon as I do, it's probably going to start raining again. That feels nice. I feel like it's been a long time since I've been out here. It's only been a couple of weeks, but it just feels like so long. Whew, life has been busy lately. Lots of good things. Guests and settling into my new place and some other trips. I went to a wedding, which was so fun. But I am tuckered out. I am just tuckered out. So I find that when I'm feeling like extra stressed and anxious, that one of the best things I can do for myself is to get out in nature. It just makes me feel better. I don't know exactly why. I think there's some sort of energetics behind it, that nature is energetically supportive for humans. I mean, don't quote me on that. I'm not a scientist, but in my personal experience, I almost always feel better after I've gone outside into nature. I don't know, just like recalibrates me or something. I get like out of my head and back into, I don't know, my body, or just being present in life. Sometimes it's really hard to do that in like the day-to-day hustle and bustle of life and how busy it can be. And you know, out here you can just like kind of get away from all that for a little while and just like focus on collecting wood, starting a fire, cooking a meal. I think that's just really good for the soul. For me, anyway. So this gal gave me a bit of a scare. I think this is an orb spider. I don't think they're harmful. They spin really, really beautiful webs. Well, I am losing light, I think, but I'm going to make some dinner. I brought a steak, which always feels like such a treat and is one of my favorite things to cook over the fire. So I'm going to do that. Look at that. I love mushrooms. Yum. You can see through the trees down there, it's actually like all sunny. Brought myself a little treat. all the treats. Steak and chocolate. So as it gets darker, it gets more difficult for my camera to focus. And that starts to be challenging, especially rolling into this time of year when the days get shorter. And my filming time gets, therefore, a lot shorter as well because of that focusing issue. So I'm starting to think that I might need to get a new camera. Well, not starting. I've been like in hardcore research mode for a while. And there's some lovely new cameras that do really well in low light, and I'm feeling pretty inspired. So I'm thinking about it. I think I have now officially made enough money with my channel that I paid off my camera gear. And now I'm thinking about getting another one. It's all in the name of creativity, right? So thanks to all of you for making this all possible, for supporting my channel through comments, through likes, through subscribing, through buy me a coffee. All of it is so helpful, and also just like really encouraging that there's people out there who like what I make and want to stick around to watch more of my adventures. So if you like it, please consider liking and subscribing, maybe leaving me a comment, and we'll see you next time.